Hi everyone, I'm Luke Hopper, broadcasting live from Point Blank Music School in East London. Welcome along to the second EMC session in the Academy of Electronic Music, brought to you by Google, Armada, DJ Mag and Point Blank. So the Academy has brought us all together in a search for the world's best undiscovered producers. 7 winners were found and now they're all taking part in Point Blank's electronic music composition course to improve their skills even further. You at home can follow their progress and join in with the assignments at the end of each session. So now I'm going to hand you over to your tutor, Ski Oakenfall. So Ski, what have you got in store for us today?
Hi Luke, I'm course developer and tutor at Point Blank, and I'm putting the 7 winners and you through your paces on the electronic music composition course via this series of exclusive Hangouts. Remember, if you want to try this course for free, head on over to www.pointblankonline.net/free-stuff and click free course samples. So, hi guys, how you doing?
Great.
You all there?
All right.
Great. Thanks for coming along. So let's just quickly talk about what we're going to do in this class. Basically, we're going to pick up from yesterday's lesson where we looked at scales and key signatures, and we're going to introduce chords, just kind of basic chords built on the scales that we learnt. But the first thing we're going to do actually is we're going to do a deconstruction. We're going to look at deadmau5's The Veldt and just see how the chords of that track are built from notes in the scale. I'm not going to tell you what the scale is at the moment. And then we're just going to sort of do a little bit of theory, not try to dwell on it too much, but just try to look at the names of the chords built on a scale and how we can use Roman numerals. And then, if we've got time, which hopefully we will, we're going to have a look at the tasks that I set you yesterday. I think nearly all of you have sent in some projects, Ableton projects, or you've bounced down some WAV files as well, which is fantastic. And there were some really great things you sent. So I think we should just crack on. And the first thing I'm going to do is this deconstruction. So I'm just going to put screen sharing on now, and then you'll be able to see my logic, hopefully. There we go. Can you see that, guys?
Yeah, we can see that.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm just going to literally build this up. I've kind of done this before. I've got the project in, but I'm going to just build it up from scratch. I've sort of selected some sounds. I can talk a little bit about those afterwards. And I just sort of, as we go along, I just want you to think about what key signature I'm in, basically, and that applies to you guys watching as well. You can see my virtual keyboard here, so you can see the notes that I'm playing there. So just sort of have a think about it as I'm going along. Let's just kick off here. I'm just going to play along to click at the moment. So let's go for it. Cool, so we've got our first part in here. I'm just going to go for the bass line now. So I've got record merge on here, so I'm just kind of playing over the top, but it's merging into the same region in Logic. Take record off for the moment. So now there's one more part, and this really kind of brings this chord pattern together. So I'm just going to put that, let's let it cycle around. Here we go. Little mistake there, just going to get rid of that note there, little stray note. There we go. Cool, I'm just going to tighten up the region as well. Let's get first bit. So I think we can get rid of this click now. Okay, so we're going to go for the bass line now. Here we go. Cool, that went in okay. So we're getting there. The next thing is there's this kind of repeating high note. So I'm just going to put that in now. It's pretty basic. It's going on the offbeat. Cool. Now there's one more part to put in, and I've sort of tried my best to recreate this. I'm just going to play it in, but it's going to involve a little bit of automation, just a bit of auto filter. It's this kind of like rising note that comes through. So just this note here. So I'm just going to put that in, and then we'll just kind of draw in the automation for that. Okay, and yeah, just that you know, I've got quantize on here. It's just going to a 16 swing A, just to kind of keep everything in time as I'm playing along. So let's just open this up here, and here this is set to the auto filter cutoff. I'll just show you that there. So let's just draw that in. Just going to put that up to there, and then down there. Should have the desired effect. And you should be able to see that cut off kind of rising up there. Cool, so I'm just going to switch back to you guys, and can you have you figured out the key signature?
A major.
Oh, there you go. Fantastic.
Right, straight on it there.
Straight on it there, yeah, on the case. Cool. Well, I'm just going to put that with the beat now, and I've actually managed to acquire the a cappella of this as well, and just going to check how it sounds. So it's just going to drag these parts under the beat. There we go. And let's just listen to that now with the beat. There we go. It a little bit, listen to it with the vocal.
Happy life with the machines scattered around the room. Look what they made it for me. Happy technology. Outside the lion's run.
There's another part I'm just going to try playing in a minute. Part there. So yeah, you were totally right, it's in A major, and let's just have a look at the chords for that now, because we can kind of break those chords down. It's very interesting that all the notes that I was playing were contained in the scale of A major, which I'm just going to show you there, and let me just bring up the keyboard as well. There we go. And cool. So we have our scale of A major: A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. So let's just have a look at the chords there. I'm just going to find this now. There we go. I've got the chords written down here. So we have a kind of E, starting off on E chord here. And then this is a D sus2, going to an F sharp minor 7, and then an A sus2. Now this is what we call the 1 chord, and we're going to have a look at that in a little bit. And then it goes up to a B minor, an A again, and then down to this, which is a D sus2, then going to the E, and then this chord is very interesting. It's like a kind of B minor with an added 4th, and then up to an F sharp minor 7, an E, a B minor, an A, and then down to a straight D. So one thing we talked about yesterday was the concept of relative major and minor. So we've established that this track is in A major. Can you tell me, guys, what the relative minor of A major is? There's a test for you. Because it's very easy to work out. If you can't tell me, then I'll give you a clue. Basically, what you have to do to find out the relative...
G minor?
Say again?
It's G minor?
G minor?
D.
D?
D minor.
No.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so we have our A here. In order to find the relative minor of A major, all we do is we take A, which is, this is our tonic, this is the first note, we just go down 3 semitones, 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. So we get F sharp. So F sharp minor is the relative minor of A major. So it has exactly the same sharps and flats, the C sharp, the F sharp, and the G sharp. But we can play a minor scale. So we can work that out with anything. So for example, if we have, I don't know, G major, here we've got 1 sharp, and in order to find the relative minor, we just go down 3 semitones, 1, 2, 3. And this is called the natural minor. So let's see if we can apply that to this track and maybe try a little remix on the vocal. Could be quite interesting. But think of it more in terms of minor. So I'm just going to take out all this lovely work that I've just done. There we go. And let's just loop round this vocal here.
Happy life with the machines scattered around the room.
So this is...
Happy life with the machines scattered around the room.
so I'm going to try to think, yeah, like I said, more in terms of a minor.
With the machines scattered around.
Just try to jam something over the top.
Happy life with the machines scattered around the room.
Let's put that in.
Happy life with the machines scattered around the room. Happy life with the machines scattered around the room. Happy life with the machines.
So you can hear it's got kind of more of a minor feel to it. Let's try putting the bass to that.
With the machines scattered around the room. Happy life with the machines.
Okay, let's just put that in again. I was just recording that by mistake, so let's go for that.
Happy life with the machines scattered around the room. Happy life with the machines scattered around the room.
So we're sort of getting into a bit of a remix here, and you remember at the end of yesterday's lesson we talked about arpeggios. So we could maybe try some kind of arpeggio vibe over this, but you know, all we have to do is really think in terms of the notes of the scale, and that could be an A major or F sharp minor. So let's just try to play something in over the top of that.
Happy life with the machines scattered around the room. Happy life with the machines.
Let's just try recording that in.
Happy life with the machines scattered around the room. Happy life with the
You
machines.
can see I'm really kind of basing this around the A here, but it's fine because it's working even though we're sort of it's feeling like it's in F sharp. So you know, it's a really good kind of thing to know about relative major and minor, especially good for kind of remixing, you know, because it gives you another option, and it's also an option for modulation, which is something that we might look at a bit later on. So what I want you guys to do for your task tonight is I'm going to give you this a cappella, and I want you to have a go at doing something with it, basically trying some new chords, just coming up with a little remix of your own. That would be fantastic. And for you guys at home as well, I'm going to post up the MIDI files of this project, just the straight MIDI files, and also the Soundation project as well. So you can load that up, and also just, yeah, try to sort of mess around with the chords yourself, maybe try something at home, and yeah, sort of interact with our session. So yeah, that's The Velt by Deadmau5. Now I just want to look at, we'll just get into a little bit of theory just about building chords on the scale. So I'm just going to check you guys are still there. You still there?
Yeah, we're still here.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we are here.
Okay. All right. So just going to flick back to Logic here, and let's just get a piano sound. Cool. And I'm just going to bring up this text here. So we're going to talk about chords and how we can define chords using Roman numerals to think about progressions. So let's just first of all think about a major scale. We saw this yesterday. That's C major scale. Now a major chord is this. This is basically playing the first note, the third note, and the fifth note of the scale, major scale. So we can call this like a stack of thirds. So this is called a major chord. If we had a minor chord, say we had A minor, again all the white notes here, and we played the first note, the third note, and the fifth note, we have a minor chord, an A minor chord. So this is a C major chord, this is an A minor chord. So we write major chords in sort of capital Roman numerals, and we write minor chords in minor Roman numerals. So let's have a look now at a major scale, C major here. Now if we start with the first chord here, C major, but then we shift up to the next note of C major, which is the D, this is called the 2 chord. This is called the 1 chord, this is the 2 chord. But you can see that the 2 chord is actually a minor chord. This is D minor here. It's where it can get a little bit complicated, so stay with me. You'll get into it. This is the 2 chord. We call this the 3 chord because it's built on the third note of C major. And again, this is a minor, this is an E minor chord. 4 chord, this is a major, F major. 5 chord, G major. 6 chord, A minor. 7 chord, this is actually a B diminished, and then we're back to the 1 chord again, which is C. So you can see that each of these chords has got a number, and the same applies to minor scales as well. I can just see here I've written major scale instead of minor scale, but that should read minor scale under there. I apologise about that, but same thing. If we have like A minor scale here, we have A, this is B diminished, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, and then A minor again. So we can basically kind of come up with some very, very simple progressions. So a classic one is a 1-4-5 progression, where if we're in C, this is our 1 chord, this is our 4 chord, this is our 5 chord, and then we go back to the 1 chord. But then we could also do, you know, there's the classic kind of, this is the 1 chord, the 6 chord, the 4 chord, and then the 5 chord. So this is basically how we describe progressions. And we're going to, tomorrow, or no, on Friday, we're going to get a little bit more deeper into chord progressions. So yeah, is this something that you guys are aware of? Is this how you think of your tracks when you're building tracks? Are you there?
More or less.
Yeah. More or less.
So, I mean, you know, when you're kind of writing a track, are you thinking, you know, this is the tonic, this is the 1 chord, maybe I can go to the 4 chord, maybe I can go to the 5 chord. Is that how, you know, how you kind of think in terms of your writing?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, well.
For me, no.
No?
No, never. Only with the ear, but I think it's a good approach.
Yeah. Well, I think that it can often give you, you know, some options. You know, if you, I like to think of, you know, the structure of tunes as having an A section and a B section, and maybe you could kind of, you know, it might be that you're just sticking on kind of one vibe, and then you just need to go somewhere. And often having that kind of chordal knowledge gives you that option, you know, to kind of go somewhere. So, you know, we're going to be looking at more of that, and also looking at your projects as well, and seeing if we can apply that theory to what you've done. So, so I think now is a good opportunity to have a listen to what you sent over. Basically, if you remember, I just provided an Ableton project, and Logic project, and a Soundation project, and it just had 4 kind of little ideas in. And the task for you guys and for you at home as well was just to sort of figure out what the chord or the key signature was, and then try to think of some arpeggios to go over the top. So I'm just going to go back to Logic now. I'm just going to quit Logic. I'll just give that a save, and let's just open up. Let's get rid of those as well. Let's just open up the Ableton project. Here we go. Cool. So how do you feel about working with that a cappella, the Dead Mouse a cappella? Is that something that, you know, you can kind of do something good to, do you think?
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Fantastic.
I might try and change the BPM a little bit, so I might struggle with it, but I'll have a go.
Where are you going to take it? Because it's 128 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm going to try and, take it up to a little bit higher to maybe 138, but see how it sounds anyway first.
Explain to me this thing. I mean, you know, it's like, I think 5 of your tracks were 128 BPM. Is this a kind of standard BPM you think of?
38.
Yeah.
128, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Mine was 138.
Yours is 138, okay. All right, well, this is the project here, and I'm just going to give it a play, make sure it's coming out. Cool, so this is Carolis's arpeggio. It's really nice, actually, and we'll just quickly go through these key signatures. Just going to bring up the keyboard here. There we go. And, so, I don't know if you can actually read it on the screen. This is A minor. It's a really nice arpeggio that you've got over there. And what I love about doing this kind of thing is that, you know, the kind of backing, however simple it is, it's kind of like giving you some inspiration to come up with something. And if I just solo that now, that could easily be the start of a brand new track, you know. Sounded really, really good. So let's just look at the next one now. So we've got a G minor here. Just going to loop that around. I really like the way that you're varying as well. You know, you're kind of not just sticking to a single pattern, but you're actually kind of moving kind of from bar to bar, you're kind of changing. So that's really cool. Let's look at the next one now. This is... we've got D minor for this one. Really nice. And then the last one. Possibly my favourite.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah, it's wicked. It's got a really cool vibe to it.
It's like Omar-esque vibe to it.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you know, bear in mind these, you know, as possible, you know, ideas that you can develop, you know, throughout the course. because there are some assignments coming up. So fantastic work. I'm just going to have another listen to some other ones here. We've got Ed ones here. Let's just make sure that's muted. This is just a WAV file that you sent me. Wicked, that sounded pretty funky. It's great, they've all kind of got really individual vibes to them.
It's cool, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just listen to the last one here. Wicked, so you're almost kind of dictating what the chords are with that arpeggio, which is great. So nice one. Now these next two, this is Jonathan's, I believe.
Yeah.
Now this is like a kind of not. This isn't based on the assignment, is it? This is just kind of a vibe that you came up with straight after the session yesterday. Are you there?
Yeah. It was after the class I made that.
Fantastic.
Just messing around with.
Oh, really?
notes and stuff.
And how did you start off the track? Did you was it just from nothing, or did you have some kind of like?
I just I would sit down and started to, like I said, to messing around with the notes and stuff, and that came up. It was something quick. It was like in an hour. Or
Really?
something.
Okay. Well, let's have a listen to it. And then it'd be good to get, other guys' feedback on this as well.
Yeah,
It'd be really
will be
interesting
great.
to see what everyone thinks of it, and if anyone's got some kind of ideas and suggestions. So let's just listen to this from the start. F sharp minor.
Yeah.
Wicked. Sounds great. Really, I can't believe you did that in an hour. It's fantastic.
Very impressive.
But
No, it was just simple melody. It was I spent more time finding the sounds and stuff and trying to EQ and stuff, but it was really quick.
Yeah, it's great. Well, I mean, just going back to what we've been talking about with this, is maybe you weren't thinking in these terms at all, but the track's in F sharp minor, and it sounds like you were starting off on the 1 chord here, then going to the 3 chord, even though maybe there's probably not that C sharp, so it's not making it kind of major. Then going to the 4 chord, then the 6 chord, and up to the 7 chord. So it's a really nice kind of rising progression there that really kind of gives a good sense of anticipation, especially in that lead-up section. Do you think that you're going to develop this track some more? Because I can really feel like where the beat comes in, it's brilliant, but it's almost like it needs to kind of progress, and like have some more percussion coming in and stuff.
I was thinking to collaborate with anyone who wants to put an idea or mess around with the song.
Yeah, sure, of course.
That's a great idea,
Idea. Definitely.
Anyone who wants to mess around with, we can collaborate the song.
Wow.
Perfect.
Well, this sounds brilliant. I mean, maybe this is something that we could come back to. People can have it over the weekend, and that could be the sort of the first thing that we look at next week. Just sort of see everyone's contributions to it. That'd be really cool. So. We'll put that up. I'll put that up in the course. I'll put it in the forum, and we can definitely have a look at that. So there's just one more thing I want to play. One track. This is Ryan's track, and this is actually at the end with the EMC course. At the end of every week, we set either a homework or an assignment. And I think that you mentioned this is something that came off the homework that was set at the end of week 1, and you sort of changed some of the sounds and the beats and things, and you came up with this. So should we have a little listen to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quite radically changed from what's provided in the homework. Nice kind of arpeggio stuff going on there. It's really nice. So just G minor. I mean, it's pretty much kind of pedaling on the G. When I say pedaling, it's just kind of sticking on that one kind of bass note. Is that something that you kind of like to do? You like to stick on the kind of one chord like that, or is it just?
No, it was just a rough idea, really. I mean, it took me about 45 minutes to throw together. I mean, if I had more time, I was really busy last night, so basically I had to fit it all into the back end of the night, and I would have developed it and maybe changed the keys of the bass line as it kicked in a little bit more. But yeah, it's just a basic idea to start off with, if you know what I mean.
It's got a very intense vibe. I mean, it'd be really nice to hear kind of another section, or maybe kind of go from the G to somewhere else, or kind of have a kind of rising thing going on. But great work.
Definitely.
Well, it's all really exciting. It's so good that we've got this kind of interaction going on, and I'd really like to encourage you guys to work together as well, because I think we can have a lot of fun. But for the time being, I think we're going to have to wrap up pretty soon. But like I said, I'm going to send you this a cappella, so you've got it tonight, and then maybe we can have a listen on Friday to what you've done with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, really interesting stuff, guys. I think it's pretty cool to see how everybody kind of took that homework different ways, definitely. And for you guys at home, everybody, make sure you get involved. As Ski said, we are going to be having everything posted up on the free sample section of our website. So that's it for another session. That was the second EMC session. I hope all of you guys at home enjoyed it as much as we did. Our next EMC class will be on Friday at 3 p.m. UK time. And also tomorrow, Thursday, again at 3 o'clock, we have a very special hangout where a representative from YouTube will be telling you everything you need to know how to build an audience on YouTube and Google+. And to make sure that everybody viewing your channels keeps coming back to see your music. In the meantime, good luck with the EMC assignment to all of the 7 winners and to you guys at home. We'll see you next time. And if you are watching at home, don't forget that you can get a taste of the full course for free. Just head over to pointblankonline.net/free-stuff and click on free course samples. We'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.